Hey Leo, we're here for your weekly tarot love reading, May 5th through to May 11th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and for any of you lovely cross-watchers dealing with a Leo romantically. I do like to remind you, Leo, it is a general reading, may or may not resonate, and you are always welcome to take what works and leave the rest. Just a quick reminder that if you would like to get a personal reading from me, I do offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. So we're going to jump right into it today, Leo, and we're going to see what could be coming towards you this week when it comes to love. First message coming out for my lovely Leos. I know that I crossed the line with you. Okay, so there's somebody here who knows that they took it a little bit too far. They did something that crossed the line, they overstepped a boundary, and they've probably caused some issues within your relationship because they did that. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo for this week, please. And then we've got the message, I lost myself for a little while. Interesting, okay. So it kind of looks like you're dealing with somebody here who has some personal issues that they're going through. Now, I kind of get the sense here that because of these personal issues, they acted out within your relationship. Okay, so they crossed the line and they might be saying to you, you know, the reason that I did that is because I've got all this stuff going on and then it caused me to kind of like lash out at you. So I'm not personally excusing their behavior. I'm just kind of saying to you how they might be justifying this, because I kind of feel like this week somebody's going to be trying to explain their behavior to you and they're going to be like, I know I overstepped a boundary. I know I crossed the line, Leo, but it's because I was dealing with something personally. And this personal issue caused me to kind of like lash out at you. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo for this week, please. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, interesting. So it also looks like your person is having some sort of realization about the connection between the two of you. I do get a little bit of energy here of somebody who maybe took you for granted as well. Okay, so maybe this is somebody who took you for granted, didn't prioritize you, didn't prioritize the relationship, crossed the line with you, maybe even did things to push you away, create distance within the relationship. But now they're starting to realize that there is a significant connection between the two of you. And I feel like there's a strong possibility this week that they could be reaching out to you, Leo, to kind of like explain what happened. So I do get a very strong energy here of somebody wanting to explain why they did what they did. Somebody wanting to explain why they messed up the way that they did, and basically saying to you like, look, I was at a point in my life where I was not my best self. I was making bad decisions. I was doing things I'm not proud of, but now I'm starting to understand how special you are to me, how special our connection is. And I think they're going to be wanting to have a conversation about that with you this week, okay? So here's what we're going to do, Leo. We're going to dig into this a little bit more. So we're going to look at this person, their overall energy, what they could be feeling this week, what actions they could be taking. I will look at the same thing for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's dig into it and see where it goes. Tell me about this person who Leo is involved with this week, please. First message coming out, Seven of Cups, yeah. So this is often a card that shows up when somebody's been confusing, giving mixed messages, doing things that we don't really understand. So I think there has been a level of uncertainty with this person's behavior, Leo. And when we look at the oracle messages, like I said, it says, I know I crossed the line, I lost myself for a while. And so I do think that the Seven of Cups is acknowledging that your person has been inconsistent within their behavior, okay? And this has probably been hard for you to understand. And I do think that your person recognizes that they have not been a steady and stable presence for you, and that maybe they've been sending mixed messages. Maybe they've been sending confusing vibes within the relationship. Tell me more about this person's energy for this week, please. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So that's interesting. I mean, the Four of Pentacles tends to indicate somebody holding on to us and not wanting to let go. So I think your person is probably starting to realize that their confusing behavior has put them in a position where they could potentially lose you, and they don't want that to happen. The Four of Pentacles is them holding on to the connection and not wanting to lose what the two of you have already built together. Tell me more, please, about this person's overall energy this week. And then we've got the Three of Cups. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. Three of Cups can represent a third-party situation. I'm a little concerned, and as always with my readings, take it or leave it, but I'm a little bit concerned that the first oracle message says, I know I crossed the line with you, and then we've got the Three of Cups showing up in your person's overall energy. This is suggesting that maybe the way in which your person crossed the line had to do with some sort of third-party interference, right? Maybe they flirted with somebody when they shouldn't have been doing that, obviously. Maybe there was some sort of external factor that they let impact your relationship in a negative way. But I do feel like there was some sort of external situation here, some sort of third party type of situation that really came in and kind of messed things up between the two of you. I think this is probably related to how this person crossed the line between the two of you here, Leo. Now, the other thing that I'll say with the Three of Cups is it could indicate that your person is maybe going to friends and family asking for advice. You know, I messed up with Leo, I crossed the line, what do I do? Like, what do you recommend? How can I fix things? So they could also be trying to get advice from friends and family about how to potentially fix things between the two of you. Tell me what they could be feeling this week, please. Okay, so the first card that came out is the Devil. I'm not allowed to show it on camera because YouTube flags me when I show that card on camera. But essentially the Devil energy is toxic energy, okay? It typically shows up when there is something unhealthy that we've done, something unhealthy showing up within our relationship. You know what can be unhealthy? Somebody who does something to cross the line, okay? And we also know that your person feels like they lost themselves a little bit when it comes to the connection between the two of you and for themselves individually. And maybe there was something toxic going on there. Maybe they kind of, they felt lost, so they started coping in an unhealthy way, right? Like I'm definitely getting a sense here that your person was going through something and then the way that they chose to deal with it was not in a healthy, constructive way, but it was like a negative coping mechanism that they used. The Devil can even be related to, you know, like addiction type of issues, personal challenges that we're going through. So I do think that this is a strong indicator that your person has been going through something unhealthy. Like they've been going through something challenging, but the way that they've been coping with it has been in an unhealthy way. Now, the interesting thing as well is that this Devil card is showing up in your person's emotions for this week. So it's saying that whatever your person has been going through, it has kind of been messing with them emotionally. And I do think that's where I was maybe, you know, kind of picking up on they crossed the line, they lashed out, they did something to push you away. I'm not excusing their behavior. I'm just giving a potential explanation here, Leo. Tell me what they could be feeling this week, please. Tell me more. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, I think that's probably positive, you guys. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, self-sufficiency, working on ourselves. So if your person's been in a place that hasn't been great, the Nine of Pentacles does suggest that they're taking some steps to work on themselves and get into a more confident and self-assured energy. So hopefully what they're doing with the Devil followed by the Nine of Pentacles is that they're taking time to address any of those unhealthy coping mechanisms or behaviors that have been showing up. Tell me more about what this person could be feeling this week, please. And then the Page of Cups. I definitely think they're reaching out to you, Leo. The Page of Cups is a strong indicator that you're going to be getting some sort of contact from this person. Now, this is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, so it is possible you're dealing with a water sign romantically, but typically the Page of Cups is a messenger. It's somebody who wants to express their feelings to us and wants to open up emotionally. And so again, it's kind of like we got the Devil, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups. I do think your person is going to be coming in with some sort of explanation here about their toxic behavior, the stuff that they've done to push you away. It's like they want to come in and they want to open up about their feelings to give an explanation for what's been going on. So let's see what actions they could be taking this week, please. Let's take a look at that. The Sun. This is Leo energy. So maybe some of you are dealing with a fellow Leo romantically. Regardless of what sign you're dealing with though, Leo, the Sun card is very much happiness. So I always say to you, in my opinion, I think this is the happiest card within the tarot. So it's interesting that it's showing up within your person's actions because I do think it suggests that your person is trying to take action this week to bring that happy energy back into your connection. So it's like they want to bring back the love. They want to bring back the joy. They want to bring back the connection. I also feel like if your person did take you for granted, they're now looking at it and they're like, Leo is such a blessing in my life. Leo is a wonderful person. And it's like they're having a newfound appreciation for the connection between the two of you. Tell me what other actions this person could be taking this week, please. The Chariot, yeah. The Chariot is about moving things forward and taking action. It does sometimes show up when we have gone through challenges, and we can see here that there have probably been some challenges in the dynamic between the two of you. It does look like your person is actively wanting to move things forward. So again, I do see the energy of them potentially reaching out to you this week, coming towards you, maybe even trying to problem solve with that Chariot energy, trying to fix things and trying to really explain their behavior. And again, it's like they really are starting to understand your connection, Leo. They're really starting to realize the significance of the bond between the two of you. Tell me what other actions they could be taking this week, please. And then the Eight of Swords. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, the Eight of Swords tends to show up when we're experiencing self-doubt. And it's a little bit, to me, like a self-sabotaging energy, because somebody in the Eight of Swords is kind of feeling trapped, feeling negative, feeling fearful, letting their negative thoughts overrun their mind, and then making fear-based decisions. And so I do think that part of your person's behavior has been driven by anxiety, fears, negative thinking, self-doubt. I'm definitely feeling like part of the reason that your person maybe crossed the line with you is because it was a bit of a self-sabotaging energy. Again, I always like to clarify, I'm not saying this is okay, I'm just explaining it, right? And I think your person is maybe starting to realize the ways in which they have had doubts about themselves, they felt insecure, and then the ways in which they've sabotaged the romantic connection between the two of you. So with the Eight of Swords showing up within their actions, I think that they're taking steps this week to free themselves from this negativity, because I feel like this negativity has probably been contributing to some of their unhealthy coping mechanisms and some of their unhealthy behaviors potentially within the relationship, okay? So overall, I think your person is trying to work on things, and I do think there is a strong potential for them to reach out to you this week to try to explain what's been happening. So let's look at you. Tell me about Leo's energy, please, for this week. The Two of Wands. This is about a choice. It's about planning, preparing, and thinking about your next step. The Two of Wands to me says, I could go this way or I could go that way, right? And I think when it comes to this connection, you're going to have to make a decision about how you want to move forward with this person. This could be a week about gathering information to help you decide what you want to do. Tell me more about Leo's energy, the Justice card. Yeah, I think you definitely feel like an injustice has been done to you, right? We know that. We know that they crossed the line with you. And so at a minimum, I think for you to even consider moving forward with this person here, you're definitely looking for an apology. You're definitely looking for this person to take ownership of what happened. And you're definitely looking for them to, really show up in a way that they're taking accountability and acknowledging how their behavior contributed to problems in your relationship. To me, that's like the bare minimum. Like, you need to see that before you can even consider moving forward with this person. Tell me more, please, about Leo's energy for this week. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles does tend to be a card about working through issues. It can represent going to counseling. It can represent trying to fix something that's been broken. So maybe there is part of you that is open to hearing this person out. Maybe there's part of you that's like, okay, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about whether we can realistically fix this or not. Tell me what Leo could be feeling this week, please. Let's take a look at that. Ten of Swords. Whatever has gone down between the two of you, it definitely feels like it was a betrayal, okay? You can look at the imagery, Leo. This is heavy imagery. I don't even really have to say anything. Just by looking at the imagery, you can know that this is a very heavy card. It indicates feeling literally stabbed in the back, hurt by someone's behavior, feeling like they broke the trust. And that fits with what I was saying earlier in the reading, where I was like, we did see potential interference here from a third party. So maybe there was some sort of betrayal. Your person crossed the line. They broke the trust within your relationship. And I can see with the Ten of Swords showing up in your feelings that there is obviously still an emotional impact here for what they did. Tell me more about what Leo could be feeling this week, please. The Magician. That's a bit of an interesting one, you guys. The Magician is a card of manifestation, but often when I'm looking at a reading and there's been some challenging energy between two people, the Magician to me can sometimes represent a little bit of an illusion. So I wonder here if there's a part of you wondering, can I trust this person? So if they're reaching out this week to initiate a conversation and they're talking to you about their feelings, there could be a part of you that's like, can I trust this? Is what they're saying to me true? Is it honest? Am I getting the full picture? So I definitely feel like emotionally here, there's a bit of hesitancy on your part to fully open up and trust what's happening. Tell me more about what Leo could be feeling this week, please. And then the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I think one of the big things here, Leo, is that you are looking for balance within a relationship. And I think that there is definitely an aspect of this connection that has felt off balance. I think there have absolutely been moments where you feel like you were giving more. You feel like you were contributing to the relationship more than this person was. And sometimes the Six of Pentacles can also indicate a situation where we feel like we got breadcrumbs from somebody. And so I'm getting a bit of resentment here, if I'm being honest. I think you really had to step it up within this connection, but you're tired of being the one who always has to fix things. You're tired of being the one who always has to step in. And so I see that there is some emotional baggage that you're carrying because of what's gone on between you and this person. So let's see what actions you could be taking this week, please. All right, the World. The World is about wrapping up a tough cycle. So I do feel like whatever conversation you and this person might be having, there is a sense of being able to find some closure, whether you work on things or not, like whether you decide to move forward together or move forward separately. I do think you're going to get a sense of closure about this situation with that World. Tell me more about the actions that Leo could be taking this week, please. The Three of Wands. I like that. So here's the thing. The Three of Wands is a very expansive energy. It's about looking out into the future and thinking about what we want. I often say to you, the Three of Wands to me is about seeing the bigger picture of where we are headed in our lives and then asking ourselves, are the decisions I'm making right now aligning with that vision of where I see myself in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? And so when it comes to this specific connection, I think you're taking action to really figure out how this connection fits within the bigger picture of where you see your life going. Like when you look at this person and you think about this relationship, Leo, do you see yourself together in 2 years, in 3 years? Can you see it? Can you imagine it? Do you feel like there's alignment? Or do you have trouble imagining it? These are things that you can do to kind of check in with yourself and figure out how you might feel about this connection from more of a longer term perspective. Let's get one more card about what actions Leo could be taking this week, please. And then the Lovers, yeah. So this is Gemini energy. The Lovers does indicate that you have feelings for this person. I always say, like, obviously, otherwise why would you even be entertaining this connection? So you have feelings for them. But we always talk about how the Lovers is also a card of choices and decisions. So this week, it's like, you acknowledge the feelings that you have for this person, but you also acknowledge that you have a choice or decision to make about this connection, and you're going to be taking action to make that decision. So moment of truth here, Leo. Let's see what the potential outcome is. Tell me what the potential outcome is this week, please. All right, King of Wands. I kind of love that because it's your energy. That's why I'm chuckling. So you're going to be feeling confident with whatever it is you decide to do. I think that this is you stepping into your King of Wands energy, Leo. I'm going to pull 2 more cards here for the potential outcome, please. Let's take a look. The Emperor. We're getting some strong fire energy here. This is Aries energy, but this is somebody who's very confident and self-assured, and they don't settle for less. Tell me more about what the potential outcome is. And then the Ace of Wands. That's interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. So what I see here as the potential outcome is you making a confident decision about what you want. So here you are stepping in your power. I think that you're going to be taking in information. This person's going to be talking to you. You guys are probably going to be having a conversation. You're going to take it in, and then you're going to decide what it is that you want to do. Now, this is very fascinating to me that the final card that I pulled for you for this week is the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is about a brand new connection. Like, this to me suggests that it is possible that you decide you're kind of fed up with this whole situation with your person, and you decide to move in a completely different direction. And you're like, I don't want to get back into this. It's messy, it's complicated, I've had enough. I'd rather connect with somebody new. So this could indicate that maybe you're not really as into this connection anymore. Even if they're coming back and genuinely trying to fix things, you may have moved on, Leo. It might be a situation where it's like a little, what is the saying? A little too late? Little too late? Is that the saying? Why can't I think of it? Too little too late. I was like, there's more to it. Yeah. Too little too late. It might be a little bit of that kind of a scenario where, sure, they can come back, but there's also some shit that went down between the two of you, and you're in such a confident space that I think you know that if you don't decide to be with this person, you are confident that you will meet somebody else, right? So there's this really nice energy here where I don't think you're going to settle, because this kind of energy, let me tell you, King of Wands and the Emperor doesn't settle for anything, Leo. So when it comes to this connection, I think you're going to look at it from this place of self-confidence, and you're going to decide, do I want to be with them or do I not? And if you feel like they cannot give you what you want and you feel like you're going to be settling, I think you're going to move in a brand new direction and be like, I want a connection that isn't plagued by all of these problems. So I feel like this is suggesting that you could be disconnecting from this person. I mean, you could argue that, you know, maybe this is a new beginning between the two of you. Maybe, right? But I think only if this person is really shifting things, like doing a big turnaround and showing up, But when we looked at their energy, there was obviously some significant challenges there, especially with that devil energy, with that 8 of swords. Like, your person might be in a place where they're sorry for how they acted, but they might still have a lot of work that they need to do on themselves before they're maybe ready to be in a committed relationship. I'm just throwing it out there, take it or leave it. So like, could there be a fresh start between the two of you? Maybe, right? But again, with the caveat that they need to be meeting the standards that you've set. And if they're not, then I think you're just going to be moving in a different direction. I'm definitely getting the message too little too late. It's like it took them too long to really come back around, or it took them too long to really understand the significance of your connection. And during the time while they were trying to figure things out, I think you may have detached from this connection and now you've moved on. So that's what I see for you, Leo, for this week. If you enjoyed the reading, do me a solid, give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. If you would like to get a personal reading, I do offer those through Etsy, and the link is in the description box below the video. Of course, I wish you love, I wish you happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.